Pope Francis extends his empathy to musicians whose work has been interrupted by the coronavirus pandemic.
E il cantare bene è per stare bene.
In a message to an international conference on church and music, the Holy Father says to sing well is to be well. Music helps the Bible speak in new ways, and the beauty of sound in silence allows us to listen. Joining us now is Father Enda Murphy from the Congregation for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments. He is also one of the speakers at the conference. Father, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us, what is the mission of organizing a conference on church and music?
Well, the mission is obviously, first of all, to appreciate the importance of music in the life of the church. Obviously, there's the great patrimony of church music that we have, particularly Gregorian chant, which is patrimony not just of the Catholic Church, but of the whole world, because it has had such an influence on the musical tradition, particularly of the West. But the title of the conference was Context and Text, so it's looking at the various contexts in which the liturgy has been performed, and in terms of the music that has gone along with that, and what the texts have been, how those texts have been composed, and looking at as well at how they've been translated. So it was really an appreciation of that work and seeing how it has influenced not just the lives of believers and of Christians and of Catholics in particular, but also how it's played a very important role in the culture life of broader society as well.
And I understand that you spoke about the Latin language in regards to liturgy. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, well, my contribution was titled From Latin to Local. So it was really about the process of translating the liturgical books, the typical editions as they're called, which are all composed in the Latin language, the work of translating those into local or vernacular languages. And it was just a journey through that process, which was basically, it had begun in small ways before even the Second Vatican Council, but the Second Vatican Council debated it and decided that vernacular languages should play a much greater role in the liturgy of the Church. And indeed, Pope Paul VI in 1965 said that these vernacular languages, local languages, now too had to take their rightful place as the voice of the Church at prayer. So I was just really looking at the interchange, and Pope Francis always talks about a culture of encounter, and that's particularly true when the Roman liturgy or the liturgical books meet with another culture, and there's an exchange and there's an enrichment there, particularly as the gospel takes root and grows within a particular culture. So it was just an exploration of that process, and it's a very challenging process, as we probably know, but also very rewarding when we can get beautiful translations which we can pray well and which we can understand, and which can also lead us into a great appreciation of how beautiful it is also to pray in our own tongue rather than borrowing from other places.
Well, Father, thank you so much for coming on today, sharing that with us, and thank you for what you do. We appreciate it. Father Enda Murphy from the Congregation for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments. Thank you again.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.